Hey, good morning, good morning. March 8th, I think. Hey, I bought this brisket the other day at Walmart. I know it's not top quality, but it's still brisket. And it's 61 bucks for a chunk of meat. You know, why in the world, hey, $61. Why in the world would you buy that much meat for one person? Why not? I'll get at least 10 meals out of this. I'll get a bunch of dinners. I'll definitely get some chopped barbecue sandwiches. Anyway, I only have a pan big enough for this, so I'm going to have to cut it in half, use 2 pans. And then, you know, everybody says, well, why don't you cook it outside? Well, first of all, it's way too windy. So I'll be using 2 pans and slow cook. 225 degrees, turn the oven on. Oh, not broiled, dummy. On bake. That's about 225. We'll double check it when we get going. Here in a minute, I'm going to mix up my seasonings, and I'll get right back with you. Okie dokie, folkies. All right, you can see I've already started with a little bit of brown sugar. I've got some coarse sea salt. So we're going to put some sea salt in there. No, I don't do all that measuring stuff, okay? I just put it in there to my heart's content, right? I was always told some oregano. I'm going to put some garlic powder in there. And I'm going to use real garlic too, chopped garlic. I buy chopped garlic and water, I cheat. Minced onion, so give it a little graininess. And I'm putting them over here so I don't lose track, right? And I just bought this the other day, lemon pepper. Man, I miss this stuff. Now, you got to watch it because first ingredient is salt. So you got to make sure you don't put a whole lot of coarse salt in there, which I didn't. Turmeric. Why not? It helps, right? I am using paprika because I am out of smoked paprika that I buy down at the Amish, Amish in Lyndonville. All right, I'm going to cheat a little. I'm going to use some Tony for a little bit more spice. Woo, I'll tell you, Tony's got it. Tony's where it's at, right? All right, so ground cumin. I've had this ground cumin, well, since I was working in the food service industry. Well, I don't work there anymore, right? So there we go. That's my seasons. I'm not going to tell you anything else. Actually, mix that up. Get that all mixed up with the brown sugar. It's not as red as it should be. I don't use as much paprika. All right, John. I know, John, you're going to have a cow because you're in Texas. You're a Texas boy. You ever see the movie with John Travolta, you know, years ago? So he's coming down the highway and you see the sign, and the sign says, Houston, left. Well, Johnny saw that sign, turned around and went back to Wharton. It's a joke. John's from Wharton, Texas. And that movie, Urban Cowboy, of course, made John Travolta. Didn't do much for my John. John Calamus. Man, he stopped cooking professionally. He works for the school system now. Good job, John. I don't need no comments. My barbecue is great every time. And Bob, Chef Bob, Lancaster Country Club, 81 to 83. Hey, never gave you my recipe. Remember French onion soup? Sherry. I could never remember to put sherry in. Oh, sherry. All right, so we don't want to put sherry in. But what we want to do today is put some red wine, because I'm not just going to make a dry glaze. I'm going to make a little bit of a wet glaze, because I have to cheat and use liquid smoke. And because it's going to go in the oven for a long time, we're going to put a lot of liquid smoke in there. And, of course, how you pronounce that, folks? Worcestershire? How about just good old WC sauce? Everybody knows what WC sauce is. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to mix it up into a paste. Probably a little bit thinner than I want, so I might add a few more seasonings. Oh, I don't know. That's doing pretty good. Look at that. No, I won't do that. Ha ha! All right. There we go. There's the mixture. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to cut it, get it in 2 pans, get some foil on it, get it in the oven, and I'll be back with you as soon as I get it cut and put it in the pans. All right, folks. We got 2 pieces of brisket. We got the flat. And what I call the fat. That's the end. Funny, you almost can't find brisket a lot anymore. Most grocery stores only carry the flat part. So I put a little bit more seasoning in here. Thickened it up. And then, you know, my favorite part. Ah! Stab it. You got to get them juices down in that meat. I know, John, that's not the way to do it, but you know what? This is mine, not yours. All right, I cheat, mix garlic, put a whole bunch in, and then, because I'm up north, I cheat a little bit. Good old Miller's horseradish. And I'm going to put a good amount of horseradish in there. And get that all mixed up. Isn't that lovely? Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then we got my favorite piece. So, look at that. Look how that just lays on there. Get it nice and coated. Like I said, you should do this the night before, but I don't have room in my refrigerator. Or my freezer, actually. I have less room in my freezer. So you need to understand, I mean, I shot 3 deer this year. Yeah, I didn't get a buck. Who cares? You know what? When you bite into my venison burger, later in the year, you won't know whether you got yeah, that's quiet. He's not happy because he's not getting any of this. Look at that, isn't it? Wow. All right. Time out, folks. I'll be right back. Well, as y'all can see, well, maybe, I had to bring Clyde with me. So, now you got to loosely cover. You know when you get your foil, I buy cheap stuff, right? 25 square feet for $1. Anyway, it comes under, over toilet paper, over. Mine's over. You come to my house and change my toilet paper, you don't come back. All right, so you come, look how much easier that is. I know, and I've always heard this baloney about shiny side, dull side, up, down. It doesn't make any difference. This is just on there to keep it from burning. It's going to go in the oven. It's about 8-ish. It will stay in the oven till at least 5. If not longer. All right, folks. Barbecue brisket. Love it. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how to mend videos together, and I can't hold this one for that long. So, Clyde and I are going to say goodbye for today. Bon appetit. Oh, that's French. Yeah. I'm ready. All right. Into the oven we go. 250 degrees. How Ron Papelli used to say that? Click it and forget it. Click it. Click it and forget. Clyde, what are you doing? Clyde's hanging out with me today. So anyway, folks, that's how I do my brisket. You can do it your way. There's 50 different ways to do barbecue brisket. I know, March 17th coming up, corned beef brisket. And I've got corned beef here. And we'll cook some of that up. But this house is going to smell great all day. And I got to suffer until 6 o'clock tonight until it's done. So, that's it for the day. I'm right at 10 minutes. Y'all experiment with your cooking. You know what? Nothing says that you have to follow a recipe. Here's what I was told about a recipe. A recipe is great. Most cooks will follow a recipe to the T. My son's like that. He levels his spoon. I mean, he's exact. A chef uses a recipe as a guide. A guide. You don't have to be exact. I mean, it's, sometimes even in baking. I mean, watch, what's her name? Brenda Gurnett. She's on YouTube. Watch her make biscuits. She doesn't measure. She scoops a piece of Crisco out and says it's the size of an egg. 2 sizes of eggs, some buttermilk and flour and a touch of salt. That's all she makes her biscuits out of. And they come out great every single time. So experiment. Have fun. You can always, if it's not great, do it different next time. But I found putting this Miller's horseradish, well, that's what happens when you get old. You don't know what you did with the top. Ha! Got the top for the garlic. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Clyde and I are going to hang out. Bye.